Okay, given the zeros, we are going to write the polynomial. How about that? Given the zeros, we want to write the polynomial. Here we go. So, let's start off with something like this. 6 and 3i and negative 3i. You know, if one imaginary number is there, the conjugate has to be there. So this is the way that one looks, right? Now, I want to write the polynomial. Well, before I can do that, I have to find the factors. This is what I want. And then I have to multiply the factors until I'm done, and I'm going to have a cubic, right? Because there's 3 factors. So I want a cubic polynomial. That's what I want. Woo woo! So let's see. This one would be x minus 6. Remember, it's always x minus whatever number you have. The opposite of this guy goes down here. So this one would have to be x minus 3i, and this one would have to be x plus, plus 3i. Why is it plus? Because it's the opposite of this. You're always saying x minus whatever you have. So x minus negative, minus makes plus, right? Okay, now then, you'll save yourself a lot of grief if you multiply the imaginary ones first. So that would be x to the second plus 3ix. And then that's the inside, the first and the outside. Now when I do the inside, I get minus 3ix. Look at that. That's going to cancel out. Woo woo. And then negative times that would be negative 9i squared. But remember, I squared is really negative 1. Okay, so this is really negative 1 times negative 9. Negative 1 times negative 9, that's x squared plus 9. Now then, I have to take this guy, bring him down, all the way down to here. X minus 6 times this. So if I multiply x squared times that, I'm just going to do this one times that one. That's x to the third. This one times that one is minus 6x squared. Then 9 times the front. So I'm doing this. Then I'm going to do 9 times the front, which would be plus 9x. And 9 times the back, 54. We wrote ourselves a cubic polynomial. That's what we wanted. We want x to the third plus blah, 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 blah. If there's 3 things here, then you have to have x to the third here. Right? That's the way it works. Yeah, let's do it again. A little bit more exciting next time. We'll see. Okay, so here, excuse me, I've got 6, and then I have negative 3 plus 2i, and I have negative 3 minus 2i. Okay, so this guy right here, these are complex numbers. So this has 1 real and 2 complex, just like the other one did, right? So we need to make the factors. So we know this one is going to be x minus 6. Hallelujah. Right? And this one is going to be x minus this guy. Right? Now, when you subtract this whole thing, you have to distribute that minus sign. So if I subtract this, that's positive 3. If I subtract that, that's minus 2i. And then over here, if I subtract this whole thing, right? I'm subtracting negative minus 3, that'd be plus 3. And then I'm subtracting negative 2, so minus 2 would be plus 2. And so if you look here, this is the opposite of that. This is the opposite of that. Ta-da! Now again, you will save yourself a lot of trouble if you multiply these guys first. Then multiply by that one. Because here the i's have to cancel. Okay, so let's do the first one times all three of those. Well, that's easy. X to the third plus 3x. X to the third. X to the second. Where did I get that? X times x is x to the second. X times 3 is 3x. And then x times that is 2ix. Remember, these are not the same. You can't add them because this is real and that is imaginary. So let's start with the next one. Now I'm doing 3 times all three of these. Okay, so 3, that would be plus 3x. And then 3 times 3 is plus 9. Now that's a whole number with no letters, and so it has to have its own column. And then 3 times 2 is 6i, right? And that's an imaginary number without an x, so it needs its own column. Okay, so we got that. Yay! What else? Okay, so now we have to do negative 2 times this guy. So negative 2 times that is negative 2ix. Ooh, I can see some magic is going to happen. How about negative 2 times 3? Well, that's minus 6i. Well, looky there. That magic's going to happen as well. Oops, you can't see that, can you? Minus 6i. So that magic is going to happen as well. These things are going to cancel out. And then what's negative times negative? Negative times positive, I mean. Negative 2i times positive 2i. That would be, let's make room for it right here, negative 4i squared. Look at that, negative 4i squared. So this guy is all right there. Now then, remember, this is really negative 1 times negative 4. Negative times negative is positive 4. So this guy goes there. These guys cancel out. These guys cancel out. What is this? This is x squared plus 6x plus 13. How about that? Kaboom! Are we done? No, we still have to multiply this guy, x minus 6. So we're trying to get a cubic, right? We have to have x cubed plus something plus something plus something. That's what we're going to get. X cubed, that's x to the third. And then this one would be plus 6x squared. And then this one would be plus 13x. And then this one would be minus 6x squared minus 36, right? And I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that 78? I think it might be. Let's just make sure on the calculatrice, huh? Times 6 is 78. Yahoo! So now I combine everything that is there. Oh, look at that. X squared minus x squared. These are exactly the same. They cancel out. 13 minus 36, that's negative 23. And then minus 78. Ta-da! So we have an x cubed graph, just like we wanted. It has 3 answers, so it has to have x cubed up there. And what do? We were given the zeros, right? That's what we were given. So we had to make the factors, which we did. And then we had to multiply the factors. Multiply those factors. And then we made a cubic polynomial. And this was important. Very important. Can't forget that. And we're done. You should be able to do today's worksheet with no problem. Bye.